The pen is mightier than the sword. No better words can describe the Philippine national hero, Rizal. He fight justice, pride, and freedom. In-depth knowing of Rizal, his biography, achievements, and his contributions. Jose Protasio Rizal Mercado y Alonso Riolo is the full name of Rizal. He was born in the moonlight night on Wednesday in June 19, 1861 in Calamba, province of Laguna. His mother's name, Doña Chodora Alonso y Quintos, a well-educated Filipina, and she is the first teacher of Rizal. Don Francisco Mercado, a prosperous landowner.
Rizal was seventh child of 11 children. He had 9 sisters and 1 older brother. They were Saturnina, the eldest child, and Pasiano, the second child and the only brother of Rizal. He later became the general at the Revolutionary Army after the death of his brother. And Narcisa, the third child. Olympia, the fourth child. Lucia, the fifth child. And Maria, the sixth child. And Concepcion, and she died at early age of 3. And Josefa, she has an epileptic. Trinidad, the longest surviving of the family. And next, she is Soledad, the youngest sibling of Rizal. He began an early education at home. His mother was the first teacher. She taught him in an alphabet, prayers, and the nurture is his passion for poetry and making stories. Education was then hired a private tutors with Maestro Celestino, Maestro Lucas Padua, and Leon Monroy. When Leon Monroy was died, Rizal's parents sent him in a private school in Binjan. On June 1869, Rizal departed from Binjan and was under of Maestro Justiniano Aquino Cruz and have their own school. Rizal showed academic advance as he said to his classmates in Spanish and other subjects, and also in that time he knew how to paint. This time, the achievements of Jose Rizal, and here are the proof. When Rizal was 11 years old, the Ateneo Municipal de Manila, he earned an excellent mark to his subject like philosophy, physics, chemistry, and natural history. A Bachelor of Arts at the age of 16. Surveyor and Assessor degree from the Ateneo Municipality de Manila. Enrolled in Medicine, in Philosophy, and Letters at University of Santo Tomas. He also earned a degree of licentiate in Medicine, University of Central de Madrid, and a second doctorate of Heidelberg. He is prolific poet, essayist, diarist, novelist, and he has known the 22 languages: Hebrew, Filipino, Ilocano, Visayan, Subanon, Chinese, Latin, Spanish, Greek, English, French, German, Arabic, Malay, Sanskrit, Dutch, Japanese, Catalan, Italian, Portuguese, Swedish, and Russian. Discovered the Draco Rizali as a lizard, and Apoganya Rizali as a beet, and Rhacophorus Rizali. Rizal was journalist, playwright, ophthalmologist, farmer, historian, painter, engineer, and educator. He was also good in fencing and martial arts, and also the pistol shooting. When he was 14 years old, he became a sculptor. He made masterpieces of plaster, terracotta, wax, and clay. Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo is the most famous of literary works of Rizal. The letter of Dr. Rizal to the Filipino youth, it is brimming with strong messages to convince the youth that they are the hope of the nation. And to the young women of Malolos, Rizal advises women to educate themselves, protect their dignity and honor, and live with good manners, setting up as a role model. Noli Me Tangere, Rizal exposed the sufferings of the Philippine society during the Spanish colonial era. And El Filibusterismo, the sequel of Noli Me Tangere, and it depicts the country issues and how the protagonist attempts a reform. Timo Adios, during his final days in Fort Santiago, Rizal bid a farewell to his motherland and a countrymen through the letters. Monuments and memorial of Jose Rizal around the world. In Madrid, Spain, this city was the Rizal lived for almost a decade after time finishing medical school. USD. In Hong Kong, this is where he first planned the funding of La Liga Filipina, drafting a Filipino language of Noli Me Tangere and the El Filibusterismo. In Tokyo, Japan, the statue stands right with the heroes did for 45 days before traveling to Europe. And London, Dr. Rizal, 1861 to 1896, writer and national hero of the Philippines, lived here. And Germany, he attended various lectures at the University of Heidelberg, which is now a memorial in his own. And Chicago, both statues will commemorate the Philippine independence. Rizal Monument in the Philippines, it is a memorial in the Rizal Park in Manila, which is built to commemorate the executed Filipino nationalist Jose Rizal. About 100 meters northeast of the monument is the exact location where Rizal was executed.